Hello, everyone, and to start off with another day, another One Piece chapter review. This time, we're going over chapter 16 review titled "Versus Buggy's Pirate Fleet." So, hopefully, you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe for more daily content, and be prepared to listen to this entire review. All right. So, the cover base starts off with basically Buggy and basically his top men. So we have Fuku Sencho or Moji, or like no way, I think that's translations. Never mind, that's translations. I'm an idiot. No. So Fuku Sencho is vice captain. Senchu is captain. And Sambochu is commander. So it's basically just telling us the ranks of like the buggy screw. Which I kinda like it. Makes sense. Also, you should have like a little background to kind of showcase personality. Like Moji and Richie are like styling their hair. It's like Moji is actually saying true. He actually does style his hair in that sort of way. And then Richie's hair looks like kind of like a palm tree. Looks kind of funny. Buggy got all the wealth behind him. Like he even like separated his hands and he's pouring himself like a bottle of like a nice little bottle of like sake in a nice little cup, a chalice. Looks pretty nice. And then we have his commander basically just like being a weirdo with knives and shit. So on to the actual chapter. So we start off here with basically Zoro, Luffy, Nami, and Boodle in the background, still knocked out, looking at the remains of the pup. And then you see all of his crewmates just defeated. And then Nami just says, "Explain yourself. I don't understand this at all. From the moment you fought with the lion and come back alive, this isn't humanly possible. How the hell did you just swell up like a balloon?" And then Luffy just kind of turns with a smile and says, "Gum Gum Balloon." And she's like, "I'm not asking for the name, you monster." Little foreshadowing. And they hear Buggy just ha ha ha. And just like, you see like a pair of feet just dangled up and it causes a reaction to them. And now he's like, huh? And then Buggy's just saying, "You're chatting around making a lot of noise. Like you're not scared." And now he just kind of says, "Using their crew as shields?" And Luffy just turns around with kind of like a nice smile. Zoro looks like he's on timing. Like he looks like he's ready to go. Then you see Kabaji. That's his name. Remember, Kabaji. He basically says, "This is the biggest humiliation we've ever received under our pirate flag, Captain." And then Buggy just kind of with his arms crossed as he held like his two crewmates up with his separated hands, saying, "I'm so mad, words fail me." And then Moji just kind of pauses up. He says, "Damn it, I was unconscious." And he's like, What is this mess?" And Kabaji's just like, "Moji, you're still alive." And Moji's like, "Kabaji, what the heck did you do to Richie?" And Kabaji just kind of throws Richie to the ground and says, "Ah, this kitten? I was afraid my clothes might get a little dirty, so I just used him as a shield." And then Moji just kind of check up on Richie, being like, "Hey, Richie, you okay?" And the lion's just like coughing up smoke. And Kabaji just kind of glares at him as like Richie just kind of hides behind a corner. And Moji's like, "You bastard." And then he kind of looks up past like Kabaji and yells, "Hey, the Cannon Stride Captain! Be careful of that kid. That kid also getting powers from the devil fruits. He's a robber man." And then this is like a nice little funny scene where now he just turns around and says, "Rubber man?" And Lou's like, "Yeah, you want to see?" He just like stretches his cheeks, kind of like does that. And Buggy's like, "Devil fruits?" And he's like, "That's how you manage to bounce back Buggy special cannonball." He's like, "But Monji, if you knew that already," and Moji's like, as you kind of see like hand kind of grabs him. And then Buggy just kind of shouts, "Why the heck didn't you tell me that earlier?" And Moji's like, "But I did." And then he just kind of yells, "Wah!" as he gets like flung and just flying around. And he's yelling, "Get out the way." And Luke's like, "You get out the way." As he just kicks him like directly into the face. Full flat foot, all of it just hit him right in the cheek and just blah, just strikes him. And then he kind of yells, "The fight has begun." And now he's just kind of like, yikes, as he shot and like jumps over like Moji just skidding across the ground. And then Kabaji pulls up and he says, "Buggy's pirate fleet. Bao Chu. Kabaji the acrobatic. I'll avenge the pain you've caused to my fleet. And Zoro just kind of steps in and blocks his sword with his own sword. And then Zoro just kind of looks and he kind of says, if it's swords, I'm all for it. And then Kabaji's like, it is an honor, Roronoa Zoro. As a swordsman, I get to slay you. And Luffy kind of looks shocked as he kind of knows like the Zoro still has like his wound. And Luffy's like, look, Zoro, I think it's better if I do it. You got to take a rest. And Kabaji's like, it's the wound he got from fighting the captain, so he be taking the pain to stay ending up. Such a fool. Kabaji's kind of like does like kind of like a little bit because as I said, he's an acrobat and he's circus, so he does a lot of like circus things. So he yells acrobat technique fire trick as he just like spews like fire out of his mouth, which I assume is more of just kind of like things like the alcohol, kind of like the little match thing, and just kind of like those sort of stuff. And Zoro just kind of like steps back from the fire as he kind of like comes up and like kind of like gets himself off his unicycle using like the heel of his foot to kind of catch himself as he just delivers a hard kick to like Zoro's side and like it can cause like Luffy and I to cringe at it. And Zoro just kind of screams like, ah! He's like, damn it! And Kabaji's like, what's this? I didn't even kick you that hard, did I? And then I was like, you dirty bastard, aim into the wounded area. And then Kabaji yells, acrobat techniques, murder miss trick, as he just kind of like kicks up like some like kind of breaks the ground into like kind of like dust and kind of pierces, kind of like kicks it up a little bit, great kind of like a mist. And Zoro's like, some trick, it's just a cloud of dust. And then all of a sudden Kabaji just like pops up out of nowhere and just strikes at Zoro, but Zoro blocks the attack. But then Kabaji like winds up another kick, and then like he just hits Zoro in the side again. Well, no, not actually near side, like more closer, like kind of like neckish a little bit. And then I was like, that bastard did it again. And then Kabaji's like, what's wrong? A grown man rolling around crying out loud is absolutely pathetic to watch. And then like Luffy just kind of looks like straight ahead. And then Kabaji kind of turns into like, because of your partner's odd power, we suddenly go into pieces. Even though you're a pirate hunter, making the buggy pirate fleet your enemy was a big mistake. Zoro just kind of like gasping, just getting up. And I was like, fighting with that injury was already too much from the start. Why are you just watching with a silent stone face? That guy's gonna die. As I just turns and just stares at Luffy. And then Kabaji just kind of screams out, Roronoa Zoro, go to the next world. And then Zoro just kind of like attacks Kabaji. And then like, now he's just shocked by this. He's like, huh? Luffy's like, ooh, buggy surprise. And then Kabaji just goes off. And Zoro's like, what? And I think that's a misspell. Yeah, it's you annoying guy, but it's supposed to be annoying. And like he's like, what an annoying guy. Did you find tearing up my wound that fun? And then Zoro proceeds to slash at his own wound. And then like everyone's shocked. Kabaji's saying, what, he cut himself? Nami's just like gasping for air. Luffy just is like, ugh. And Zoro's just and Buddy's just kinda like, eh. And Zoro just takes a mean exhale. As like he kinda looks saying, my goal is to be the world's greatest swordsman. And Meme Kabaji's like, what the hell? And then like the last couple scenes of the chapter is Zoro just saying, is my condition now satisfying for you? Let me teach the level of difference between us. And Luffy goes, wow, so cool. And he's like, Kabaji kind of looks and like, you kind of see like a vein like popping out like from his side saying, Roronoa Zoro, you impended fool. So overall, nice chapter. Basically, the files are going to start. We have Zoro versus Kabaji, and then we're gonna have basically Luffy versus Buggy, and we get to see more of like Kabaji's style. He's very much a man of like dirty tactics, and very much like has like that acrobatic kind of like mystique to it. Like he uses like anything he can as like a weapon, or like he basically uses like any tricks as an advantage, and I kind of like that. Also, again, more of Zoro badassery. He cut himself just to basically be like, yeah, you're doing shit to me. Who cares? I'm basically gonna like school you while even giving myself a known injury. So what's up? I like that. Very cool scene. And overall, very enjoyable chapter. So as I said, yeah, as I said, I'm releasing a story. This is the title. And then, as I said, we have everything else. I don't even need to really talk about it as much. However, I will say it will be released on Amazon Villa. That is where I kind of choose to be the release point of it because why not? I also feel like at some point during it, I feel like it just makes most sense. I also feel like I may even have like there's also gonna be books based on like the arcs of the stories. So from it, maybe add some extra shit into it. Probably, maybe we'll see. But yeah, that'll be releasing tomorrow. And as I said before, make sure to like, subscribe. This really helps out in terms of like channel engagement, in terms of content. And check out my TikTok description where I post like basically what's my favorite page from chapters, and I just kind of talk about it. So hopefully you guys can enjoy it. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, everyone.